the Home Office have gotten wind of this fraud that is going on. So advise yourself quickly if you are in this fraud, or if someone's even encouraging you, advising you, oh, don't worry, you get someone to write for you. You know that this is something that is dangerous, and if you do it, you will find yourself in a fix. Guys, I think 2025 is the year of reckoning for every single migrant involved in this type of activity. If you would remember, just a few days ago, I brought to you a story of a 61-year-old woman who has been disguising herself with several wigs to take the citizenship test for various people. Not only women, but men inclusive. She would disguise herself in wigs and falsify documents, identity documents, to go to various test centers and then take this test for you. I'm sure that most people that she took the test for passed. She's a guru in the test. Yeah, you remember that story. If you haven't watched that story, I'll leave a link here. Kindly go and watch it, okay? And then that was just a few days ago I brought the story to you, but the news had been out like some weeks back, okay? And so now there is another story that is similar or almost the same as this story. I do not know if it is now that the Home Office have gotten wind about this type of scheme or fraud going on in the migrant space, okay? But they have promised that they will clamp down on anyone involved, both those providing the services and those employing those services. Everyone is going to have to pay for their action. The very first story said 14 people will have their application for citizenship denied. And even if they have already had their citizenship, it will be revoked and might possibly even face deportation. Then this new story is saying 12 people will likely face the same fate as the 14 people. So let's go ahead with this news and see what is going on. Woman arrested for doing citizen test in disguise. Why are both women? The first 61-year-old was a woman, and now this particular one too is a woman. A woman has been arrested on suspicion of fraudulently taking UK citizenship test for 12 legitimate applicants while in disguise, the Home Office said. She's also been disguising herself. We would know how she disguises herself as we read on. But then the Home Office have gotten wind of this. Anyone who is into this, know that very soon they will be knocking on your door. Just know that. So if you will stop, the earlier the better, okay? So the 42-year-old woman was arrested after investigators carried out a warrant at an address in Dartford, Kent on Friday. The first one was in London, Enfield, and then this one is in Kent. The Home Office said officers acted on knowledge that the woman was alleged to have completed the test across several test centers in the UK, disguising herself and falsifying ID documents to avoid being recognized. And as a woman, when they even talk about disguises, you know it's usually wig. But I don't know, if does the wig change your face? Does it change your physical appearance, or you wear a mask? How is it so difficult to identify someone if the person puts on just a wig? Chris Foster, the Home Office's criminal and financial investigation lead for London, said this individual went to extreme lengths using wigs. You see, I said that, and disguises to impersonate others and cheat the immigration system. When searching the property, officers discovered a second woman who tried to hide under a bed, and she was arrested on suspicion of entering the UK illegally, the Home Office said. Not only has she been caught for doing this fraud of writing tests for several people, writing the citizenship test for several people, she's also housing an illegal immigrant. Because if the person that was in the house is not an illegal immigrant, why was she hiding? If you're hiding, it means that you have something to hide. I'm sure they'll do their investigations, and if they found out that you are there illegally, which is likely the chance, you definitely will be deported. Suspected false documents were also seized along with a hoard of luxury goods, including designer handbags, watches, and shoes that were presumed to have been bought through process of crime, according to the Home Office. So you are going through this stress of committing this crime to get cash, money to buy luxury goods. What is luxury goods? What is designer bag, designer shoe compared to this mess that you found yourself in? If you are a citizen, your citizenship will definitely be revoked because of this crime that you have committed, if only you do not even face the danger of being deported or even imprisoned for this crime. And then you are talking about luxury goods. The life in the UK test is a requirement as part of an application for British citizenship or settlement in the country. So in the previous video, I kind of explained what the life in the UK test was and all that. It includes 24 questions aimed at proving the applicant has sufficient knowledge of British values, history, and society. Both women remain in custody and the investigation continues, the Home Office said. So if you want to be a British citizen and you do not know how to speak their language, you do not know their values, you do not know anything about the society, why do you then want to be a British citizen? Because that is the purpose of this life in the UK test, is to test your knowledge of where you are and if you know and value the things that the society holds dear. Okay, so you should be able to speak English, you should be able to know some things of the society that you live in. That is what the test is going to be about. So why do you want to be a citizen and you do not want to take this test, but you rather pay someone to take the test for you? And it's not even going to be cheap. Some interview, someone was talking about £2,000 being paid for someone to go and set this test for you. Obviously it's a risk, so the person will charge huge, because if the person is caught, it's going to be a whole ball game together, right? So £2,000 compared to the actual amount of £50 that you pay to write this test. So alternatively, instead of paying £2,000 to cheat, or even more money to cheat or have someone go write this for you, why don't you take a gamble on yourself? Why don't you study, pay £50, write the test and see if you pass? If you don't pass, register again, keep writing till you pass, because there is no limit to the number of times you can write this test. You can write it as many times as you want. So keep failing. If that is what it is, then eventually you will pass, because you will keep learning and then you would know how the questions are and everything, and then you would get to pass. But then now see, if this lady wrote the exam for you and you passed, and probably you applied for your ILR, your indefinite leave to remain, and you have been granted, you are going to lose it. It's going to be revoked. And if your application is still in progress, it's going to be denied, even if you do not face the ultimate danger of being deported or banned from ever applying for citizenship. You see? So weigh the consequences. Which one is heavier? So know that if you are in this type of fraud, if you are either the person giving your service or you are the one employing someone to do this fraud for you, put a stop to it. If they do not knock on your door, take it as a second chance to change your ways. Let's all stay safe. When I saw this story, I decided to bring it out to put more emphasis on the fact that the Home Office have gotten wind of this fraud that is going on, so that you advise yourself quickly if you are in this fraud, or if someone is even encouraging you, advising you, oh, don't worry, you get someone to write for you, you know that this is something that is dangerous, and if you do it, you will find yourself in a fix. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit that like button so YouTube can recommend it to more people. And if you haven't subscribed, kindly hit that subscribe button. If you are new here, thanks for coming. My name is Philomena, and on this channel I talk about lifestyle, motherhood, living abroad, and general inspirations. So if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Kindly hit that subscribe button. And to my returning subscribers, you guys have been amazing. Thanks for always coming to watch my videos. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.